All right, UGC, welcome to another lesson for you. This is entitled Needs versus Wants, and I wanted to give clarification on the differences, the pros and cons between both, and with discussing this within the context of relationships, romantic relationships that for a lot of you, you want it to lead to marriage, and you're trying to figure out what's the best combination. What should I seek out? What should be my the desired characteristics of partnerships within relationships? And a want-based relationship is highly leaning or highly dependent upon external conditions. Like what do people think of us? What do you represent in my life when other people are around? What do they think about me when I'm with you? Is a want-based relationship. Are you attractive enough? So a want-based relationship may not have wiggle room for you gaining 10 pounds. A want-based relationship may not have wiggle room for you losing your job, right? As opposed to someone who needs you emotionally. There might not be any wiggle room for any type of change that takes place. People problems. Why y'all couldn't work it out? Why you couldn't work it out? Because it was probably a wants-based relationship. Relationship based on wants. There's no obligation there. Yes, in one hand you could be yourself, and they're not requiring anything from you to sustain their lives, which means they can replace you a lot easier. That's what that means. You go from want, hot and heavy sex, finishing each other's sentences, the infatuation phase, I like everything you do, you make me laugh, and I like showing you off. Recognize a need versus a want for yourself, and when maybe to put one away and bring the other one to the forefront. You know what I mean? When to do these things. So I'll say this: nobody has to respect a person they don't need. That's the first maxim, if you will, that I want you guys to understand. When you're hearing information out here from dating coaches and the like who advise you on, being sexy and being seductive and being beautiful and being attractive and being feminine and all of that stuff, and being ready to be of service and subservient to men, and you're cooking and cleaning and doing the domestication, and that's how you're going to win these men with money, supposedly. I want you to go, peel all that back and understand that nobody has to respect a person they do not need. Okay? So, as well, nobody respects a person who gives without boundaries. This is another reminder that you all are going to have to ingrain in your head. When you feel compelled to give, you are losing respect for yourself, and you're losing respect in their eyes when you are giving, and have no boundaries set in place. The things that people respect that you give are the things they feel you have a choice as to whether you'll give it or not. That is where respect resides. Maintain your status, and to maintain some level of mutual respect, just know giving on its own is never assessed that way. The way you give, even the expense of the gift, doesn't mean shit. It's, are you giving me because you want me to love you? Are you giving to me because you're afraid I'm going to leave you? This is what people are assessing when you give gifts, or when you give of yourself, or when you give money. So if the goal is respect, UGC, I want you to just stop for a moment and ask yourself, What do you intend to accomplish by giving this thing? Because the other person is assessing why you are giving as well. So you have to assess why, because they are assessing why. And if the outcome is, listen, I want you to know that I care about you, but I can walk away from you, then there's a certain way that you give. There's a certain amount that you give. And you don't give when the other person hasn't given to you, of course, because then you're sending a message that really what you're giving is worthless.